Yeah, this is point blank. Coming in hard and off the card. Coming with the flow, straight from the barrio. And coming with the heat from the damn street. This is PDNN, Point Black National News. The late and the great edition. And the ghetto edition as well. With the boom bip to their lying ass lips and the facts to crack their backs. This is what we must do. Now we're looking at today interests going on in many ways. And we beginning to see a whole lot of bullshittery in itself. And, you know, it just makes for straight nonsense as a complete circus and clown show of a government that's supposed to be a great government. Even in its affiliations in other people's country, Africa especially, and many other things like that, is very, very, when we look at it, we see a a a bullshittery, period. And they've always done that. And they even try to dehumanize the people of planet Earth, the black people, in the eyes of many others in order to raid, rob, and steal, as we say. So we know it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? In many ways. And when we look at the news, we see the same thing. We even have black people who have been dehumanized to, their own culture, their race, and their land, and their world as a whole. You know what I'm saying? And siding and helping the beast. You know what I'm saying? Many of them as well. But we must start to look at this from a better perspective on all grounds, all races, and all groups, all cultures, and all. Because there are many that are not in the bowl with them, and this is what is they're doing to the people, and the people are being hurt, killed, and many other things because of these beasts and their bowl. So we have to now start to look at the situation from a better perspective. All across planet Earth, the regular people, the people who work every day, gotta go to the grocery store, so forth, so on, take care of their family, so go buy food, get water, so on and so on. The very survival of the very things that people need is now being jeopardized and taken away, in many ways, especially in one of the most human places on planet Earth that has been invaded by many beasts in the land. You know what I'm saying? This goes back quite a while. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember even when the Muslims was removing the Africans from Egypt as well. You know what I'm saying? But today we see a little something coming in here that we're going to start with, you know what I'm saying, today with, the shitty news. But in more ways than one, can't really say that because, you know, we have to keep our eye on things. It's highly important that we do so. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one, it's highly important that we do so. You know what I'm saying? And it's important. You know what I mean? In more ways than one, it's important. Very important. You know what I'm saying? So we have to now start off and look at this one. But today we see where a situation has come in where um, uh, 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 Mayor Eric Adams, Mr. Adams, you know what I'm saying? Eric Adams, Cuban himself, you know, is jumping now on Creep Joe Biden's head as we see it. You know what I'm saying? And this is coming in by, I guess, Bernadette Huggins and Emily Crane 3 days ago. coming off the New York Post. The Post is always the most, and they give a good host. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, all jokes society, in its fullness, you know what I'm saying? In its fullness, now we have to look at this now. You know what I'm saying? Where we see, you know what I'm saying, Mayor Eric Adams, you know, raged on Friday that ongoing surges of migrants in into the Big Apple has destroyed the city, as he delivered his most impassionate plea yet to creepy Joe Biden administration for dealing with the flow of migrants into the city. You know what I'm saying? We see his Zona, you know what I'm saying, who earlier this week, you know what I'm saying, blasted the White House, you know what I'm saying, for turning back on New York's, turning back on New York City, you know what I'm saying, sound the alarm on multi-billion-dollar cost of the Big Apple budget during visits Friday to Washington, D.C., where he plans to press the administration for the federal aid. Mm-hmm. As we see, okay, the city has been destroyed by migrant crisis. A distressed Adams, and I guess Mr. Adams is saying in distress, more than likely, you know what I'm saying, because we really see this is really a crisis that people are not paying close attention to. But at the same time, we see where he's distressed, Adams said, before, you know what I'm saying, his scheduled meeting during the panel discussion hosted by the African American Mayor, you know what I'm saying, Association. Imagine that. He also took aim at other elected Big Apple officials in his remark, saying, you know what I'm saying, and none of my folks came to Washington, D.C. to fight for the resource that's going to, to undermine every agency in our city. You know what I'm saying? The resources that's going to undermine every agency in the city. Adams didn't mention the city. That he didn't mention the city. He didn't mention that the city public advocate, I guess, Jumani or whatever, Williams, you know what I'm saying, had traveled to D.C. on Wednesday, you know what I'm saying, to ask the federal officials for additional migrant funds, funding and aid, you know what I'm saying. The mayor fierce claim came ahead of a, a string of, you know what I'm saying, closed door meetings with the White House officials and Federal Emergency Management Agency administration. You know what I'm saying? I guess his name is Dean Criswell or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Where he was expected to map out the migrant crisis. This was all done by creepy Joe Biden and the Biden administration to overload our government, the money, stressed out the city wealth, resources, and everything else, and keep the money flowing to where he literally going to try to bankrupt the United States. You know what I'm saying? This is one of their little shitty plans, as I will tell you. Now we see another one coming in, you know what I'm saying, in more ways than one. We see another one slamming on in, you know what I'm saying, in more ways than one. That, many things is popping off. But we see in more ways than one that we have another one coming in on the Richter scale, based on his creepy Joe Biden and nonsense, you know what I'm saying? But we see Republican, I guess, Bowman, Donald, clashes over Hunter creepy ass Biden revelations in fierce debate. He's not running for president. You know what I'm saying? This is coming in by Hannah Henrik, you know what I'm saying, 4 days ago coming up to Fox News. You know what I'm saying? And we see two brothers up there debating on this situation, but we see here in this situation where, in more ways than one, excuse me, in more ways than one, in more ways than one, you know what I'm saying, we see Representative Brian Donald, a Republican of Florida, and a Rep. Jamal Bowman, a demon Democrat in New York, another criminal, another bully, engaged in a fierce debate on Wednesday, you know what I'm saying, with, you know what I'm saying, demon Democratic lawmakers appearing to dismiss the revelation about, you know what I'm saying, Hunter Creepy Biden, you know what I'm saying, because he is not running for president. That don't make no motherfucking difference. That don't make no difference, whether he running for president or not. It's the fact that he just like Hillary Clinton, from her power of Secretary of State, used their power to do a bunch of garbage in our government. Same goes with Creep, not Biden, Hunter Biden. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. But we see CNN News, you know what I'm saying? CNN News, Pamela Brown hosts the debate as the two lawmakers discuss gun violence, income, equality, who they're supporting in the 2024 and more. Donald explained why he endorses, you know, the president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and Bowman said he was endorsing, you know, saying he was endorsing an insurrectionist. No, Mr. Dawson, you a bully and a criminal. Mr. Boom, what's the name? What's the fruit bowl name? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bowman or whatever his name, Nut, more like it. You know what I'm saying? Will endorse any criminal because he's down with the bullshit and the deep state and the garbage. That's why he's black and a demon Democrat to begin with, knowing full well the criminality of that whole operation on black people, even during the slavery times. You know what I'm saying? And even probably before that. Talking about Trump as an insurrectionist. So what is Biden? You know what I'm saying? A loving, bald-headed football. You know what I'm saying? But Donald argued that the even Democrats has also voted to overturn elections and then brought up, you know, creepy Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying, son, Hunter Biden. You know what I'm saying? You have a president, you know what I'm saying, you have a president's brother, the president's son, the acting president. They are, you know, taking wire payments from people across the globe. Jamal, I've seen some of, you know what I'm saying, the documents myself. You know, they are taking these payments. We've already documented $1 million going to creepy Hunter Biden, uh, fact, uh, felicitated, you know what I'm saying, creepy Hunter Biden felicitated with other members on the Creep Joe Biden family. No, sad. Bowman started to laugh, of course, because he bully and he down with the deep state and the garbage. Don't matter if his skin black, don't trust him. And he need to be, you know, ousted out. Do not re-elect these type of people like Bowman in the demon Democrat. This will teach them to get their shit right. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you play pussyfoot with them, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to play and dance around on the serious matters. Bowman started to laugh, of course, and said, you know, Hunter Creepy Biden is not running for president. Yeah, not are you, cue ball. You know what I'm saying? Stop that. Stop that. Listen to him like he's talking to a little child. You see how the demon Democrats think? Like they in college and they thinking how they in the colleges and these different bully colleges, they in there thinking how they're supposed to plan and work with the deep state and all these beasts to control the poor people and how they think.